Hello and welcome to Secrets of Organ Playing podcast. We are your hosts, Vidas
and
We've been mastering secrets of organ playing for more than 20 years and sharing them on this blog since 2011.
On this show, which we create from our home in Vilnius, Lithuania, we strive to help you grow in every area of organ playing, including practice, technique, repertoire, sight reading, hymn playing, improvisation, composition, music theory, harmony, and many others.
Our hope is to help you become a complete musician, or what we call as total organist, a program which we have created to help you reach your dreams faster than you would do on your own.
If you are new here, we invite you to subscribe to receive free updates of this blog at organduo.lt. By subscribing, you will also receive free video how to master any organ composition and 10-day organ playing mini course.
And now let's go to the podcast for today. Hi guys, this is Vidas.
And Tosha.
Let's start episode 308 of Secrets of Organ Playing podcast. This question was sent by Jaco, and he writes, Dear Vidas, thank you for your daily posts. It is really an inspiration. I really like Bach's Toccata in D, Dorian. It is a piece that feels like it has a perpetual motion. Something always keeps moving in it. It is quite a difficult piece to master, but I decided to learn it. The edition I am playing from is the new 2012 urtext, Breitkopf Hartel edition. It indicates a trill in measure 29 on the top, E in the right hand. And we are looking at this long trill right here. And Jaco continues, writing in his question, however, it does not indicate when this trill should stop. The note is held on for another 2 measures. When should that trill stop? I don't know how to play the right hand in measure 30 if the trill has to continue, since a lower voice starts with that hand halfway through measure 30. So in measure 30, on the second half of that measure, right hand 16 notes enter, and if you were to continue this trill, it would be impossible to play double 16 notes in the left hand, right? In parallel 6. Osha, what do you think?
Well, unless you would use the 5th and 4th finger to make the trill.
Oh, that's torture.
It is. Or maybe you could play those 16 notes with your left hand.
But you see, can many people play double parallel 6
I don't
in
think
that
so.
tempo? In a really fast tempo.
But it would be so nice to have that trill, until the measure 31, where you have those chords in a cadence.
At least in the middle of 30, when the right hand enters with 16s too. But you say you would try to play it with the left hand, right? Both voices that move in 16 notes.
That's one of the possibilities.
Technically, it could be done because
yes, it could be done.
Because the distance between those two parts is not more than 1 octave. So technically, if you're good with left hand, it could be done. But in reality, not too many people can do this. Yes. So then you sacrifice something.
Well, yes, but in general, while using sense of your mind, I think you would stop playing that trill when the second voice in the right hand enters.
That's what
the
I'm
middle
thinking
of the
too.
measure 30.
That's right.
Is that measure 30? Yes.
Okay, so that's our solution, and I think Jaco feels that way too, because it's impossible really to play perfectly the long trill and both voices in the left hand, unless you are a virtuoso.
I think that's what Bach meant to play that trill until the 16th enters in the right hand.
What about playing a short trill, just like 4 or 5 notes?
I don't think it will work in this piece. Could we go to the score back, please? Because as Jaco already taught that it's perpetual motion in this piece. And it starts right away, with both hands, and then, pedal comes in here, and then you have that trill in the right hand. And if you won't play it or you do it very short, then I don't think it will be good for that sense of, motoric movement.
I just have to double check the older edition from 19th century, from 1861, Bach Gesellschaftsausgabe. What does it say? If it's a long trill or a short trill, it might be something different. And sometimes 19th century solutions are better than 21st century solutions.
Well, it's good to know more ways than one, and to check more editions.
Okay, let's see. We're looking now and trying to find.
Yes.
This trill is in parentheses in Bach Gesellschaftsausgabe. So you could play it or you could not play it. So, I guess.
I would play it, because if you would just held that long note.
True. So then Jaco has another question. He writes, I know the piece has to be played articulate legato. However, it does sound quite nice if the first two semi-quavers on the motive on beat 1 and 3 are slurred, played legato. I have heard it on some recordings as well. Would this be considered acceptable to do? That's a very fast tempo, and
It is.
in such a fast tempo,
it might sound legato.
Right.
Actually, I don't believe that somebody on purpose play those two semi-squares legato. I think it's just a feeling you get when it's played in a fast tempo. And because you have to emphasize the strong beat, that's why it sounds legato too.
Because you make the first note longer.
That's right. But somehow to try on purpose to play it legato, I wouldn't do it.
Plus, maybe the acoustics environment will make it sound legato.
True.
But the organist probably would still play with articulation. It's different from what the organist does and what the listeners hear.
That's right.
Interesting piece.
Because if you play legato on purpose, then you might get a mess, or your listeners might heard a mess.
I played this piece many years ago when I was still a student, and I struggled with playing it in an even manner, because it's a motoric piece like a toccata, and after a while, after a few pages, it gets quite difficult, just like in Vivaldi Bach concerto D minor, the last movement.
And it's like C minor prelude from Well-Tempered Clavier, the first volume. Also very motoric.
Yes, organists have to develop good patience while working on this piece. Otherwise, we can lose sense of meter.
True. And I think it would be a crucial point, in Toccata. If you would lose your sense of motion, that sense of meter, your Toccata would be lost too.
I wonder how Jaco is practicing the fugue. He doesn't say anything, because the fugue is, I think, even more complex.
True.
With so much canonic motion.
Yes, because in the Toccata there is not much, polyphonic devices, but fugue is another thing.
And sometimes the fingering is tricky. That's why we made fingering and pedaling for both Toccata and the fugue of the Dorian.
Yes.
And hopefully people can practice efficiently using our score too. Okay guys, thank you Jaco for this wonderful question, and others, please keep sending us your feedback and your stories. We'd love helping you grow. And remember, when you practice,
miracles happen.
This blog is supported by Total Organist, the most comprehensive organ training program online, where you will find courses for every area of organ playing, including technique, practice, sight reading, repertoire playing, hymn playing, improvisation, composition, music theory and harmony, with hundreds of scores and thousands of exercises. Here is what some of the students are saying.
Hugh writes, "The sight reading course has helped me tremendously. Thank you very much for your essays, courses, and all your help."
Robert writes, "I found the fingerings, registration ideas, and general comments to be excellent."
John writes, "I have found your download very helpful. It was really excellent. I have watched some of your teaching videos, and when I read your instructions, I tried to imagine you are there teaching me. You may feel disappointed that I am 2-3 days behind, but I am a slow learner, and I have committed to taking the time to get it right, as you say. But the other night my wife commented that she had never heard me play such a detailed melody in the left hand so well. My left hand is generally poor."
Robert writes, "It has been a great pleasure in my life of having discovered your courses and material, as well as the YouTube work of recordings. You have a calm and pleasant way of teaching."
Ron writes, "Hi Vidas and Ausra, thank you guys. What a wonderful response to my email note to you. You've got me right, and I feel you understand my level of playing. Yes, at home, and lucky that I have an organ for that reason. I am paying attention to this, and I am going to try this haha no longer secret model. Yes, and I love Cesar Frank too. What is very nice about your blog podcast is that Ausra and Vidas are like a Socratic dialogue, and by bouncing things off of each other, so much more information comes out and is expressed. Your comments contain a wealth of information and understanding. I really appreciate this. It is very inspiring and will keep us moving forward."
Would you like to receive the same or even better results that our students are getting? If so, join them at organduo.lt/total-organist. And of course, you will get the first month free too. You can cancel anytime.
Also, if you haven't yet subscribed to receive free updates of this blog, make sure you do that at organduo.lt. By subscribing, you will also receive free video, how to master any organ composition, and 10-day organ playing mini course.
This was Vidas.
And Ausra from Secrets of Organ Playing.
And remember, when you practice,
miracles happen.